August 15th, 2023, and I've got 3 free best bets for you. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Last night we had another winning day on the channel, 4 straight winning days in a row. We were so close to a sweep. We cashed in on the Rangers run line, no sweat bet there. Padres and Baltimore Nerfy, no sweat there. And then Simeon gets us a hit, and all we needed was Nolan Arenado to get us a hit, and he went 0 for 5. And I know he wanted to get a hit to keep that hit streak going, because in that last at bat, he literally had a 3-1 count, and there was this ball that was like clearly out of the zone, and he swung at it anyway. He had sharp contact all night, but he didn't get a hit. Tough to see that. So 2-1 in the day. Still not mad at it. It's still another winning day. Stacking those together, that's all we're trying to do this month of August as we get ready for football season. You can see our year-to-date record right here. Still crushing it. Over 500 in August. Still crushing it over the last few days. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going. I definitely don't want you to miss out on these picks and plays, so just drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it, as it'll help us reach more people, and this way we can continue to put out more picks and plays together as we continue to make that bread. So let's dive into our first best bet of the day. So for my first best bet of the day, I'm going with a run line. I'm taking it in the first 5, and I'm taking the Jays first 5 plus half the run, -127 on Bet Rivers. And in this matchup, we got Yusei Kikuchi going on the mound for the Jays. We've got Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies. These are two guys who've been in pretty good form this year. Kikuchi's got a 3.53 ERA on the year, while Wheeler has a 3.74 ERA. So pretty comparable pitching matchup right there. But I really love the form Kikuchi's in. He's in like excellent supreme form. 5 straight starts with 1 earned run or less, and he's faced some pretty good lineups during that stretch as well. He faced the Orioles, one of the hottest lineups, who's been crushing opponents left and right and winning a lot of games. He kept them to 1 run in that game. Jays won that game 4-1. Against the Dodgers, another super hot team over the last month or so, top 5 in OPS and isolated power. He held them to 1 run. Then the Jays ended up winning that game 8-1. And then he also faced the Mariners, and he held them to 0 runs in 5 1/3 inning. And that's another team that's been on fire since the All-Star break. So it's just not the fact that he's given up 1 earned run or less in the last 5 starts. It's the fact that he's faced really good lineups during that time as well. So that's showing you the kind of the stuff that he has right now and the type of form that he's been in. Don't get me wrong, Wheeler on the other side has been pitching fairly well for the Phillies, but I just don't think that this is a good spot for him. And to keep in mind that he's done good on the road as well, but one of the things that's really standing out to me over his last few starts is the home run struggles. He went back-to-back starts against the Nationals and the Marlins with 2 home runs in each of those games. And those are 2 lineups that are not really known for their home run balls, so that's a little bit more concerning for me. And then if you look at his numbers a little bit deeper, yes, he has a pretty low ERA, and he's been doing really well, but he's dominated the lineups that he truthfully should have dominated. And against the stronger lineups, he's given up a few runs, and a lot of the times the few runs that he does give up is mainly due to 1 bad mistake pitch that ends up getting crushed out of the park. And we even saw this in the last time that he faced the Jays, which was back on May the 10th. He went 7 innings in that matchup, 3 hits given up, but he had 1 mistake pitch, which was a home run that was crushed out of the park. Luckily for the Phillies, they end up winning that game 2-1 in extra innings. But guess what? He does that today, and you have 2 runners on base, or you have somebody on base. That's all we need here, especially with the form that Kikuchi has been in. He's not giving up a lot of runs, and Wheeler's been giving up a lot of home runs. I like the fact that the Jays have a lot of guys that can crush the ball, and they got a lot of power hitters. And then, you know, it's Dinger Tuesday. So I think I'm going to go with the Jays on the first 5 run line here. Half the run, even if it's tied at the end of the first 5, we still cash in and get the win there. So I like the value, but I do think that the Jays are going to win this game outright. I do like the Jays on the first 5 money line, and I also like the first 5 under 4.5 as well. Those are all 3 leans that I do like on the game. But for right now, let's go Jays first 5 run line, half that run at odds -127. Can't beat that. Pretty decent odds there as our first best bet of the day. For my second best bet of the day, I'm going with a 3-leg player prop parlay, and I'm taking 3 hitters who have been absolutely on fire over the last week. I'm taking Austin Riley, I'm taking Mookie Betts, and I'm taking Jose Altuve. All 3 of them to get a hit if you parlay those 3 together, plus 135 odds on FanDuel, so you really can't beat that right there. And the pitching matchups that they have today are literally going to be meatball sandwiches, ready for them to crush some of those baseballs. First, Austin Riley, batting .419 over the last 7 days, batting batting .339 over the last month. He faces Luis Severino today, and Severino is not a guy that I trust at all. I faded him several times on this channel. Hell, I almost wanted to take a pick on them today, but the odds value isn't really there. Severino giving up 13.1 hits per 9 innings this year, so he's given up a ton of contact. Austin Riley's been in excellent form, 2 hits at least in the last 5 of the 7 games. He's been crushing the ball of late, 3 home runs in the last 5 days, so if you want to sprinkle some on Dinger Tuesday on a home run parlay, go for it. But like I said, batting .419 over the last month against a pitcher who has no control or command over his stuff right now and one of the hottest lineups in baseball. Give me Austin Riley to get a hit. No sweat right there. And then Mookie Betts is another guy who has a really good pitching matchup against Adrian Hauser, who's given about 10.5 hits per 9 innings. Mookie Betts has been batting .310 over the last 7 days, .336 over the last month, and he has at least 1 hit in 22 of the last 25 games. So I love to see that. If you want to look for another line, you may want to look at his HRR line, his hits, runs, RBI line, as he scored at least 1 run in 13 of the last 17 games. I love the fact the Dodgers had a rest day yesterday, so Mookie Betts should be well rested, ready to go against a pitching matchup today. That's really favorable. So give me Mookie Betts as the second leg. And the third leg, this guy needs no introduction. He's been cashing in for us on the channel, and he's been cashing in real life. Jose Altuve, 552 is he batting over the last 7 games, 443 over the last 15 games, 377 over the last month. If you're going to tail any type of hitter, that's the type of hitter you want to tail. I mean, 3+ hits in 4 of the last 6 games, at least 1 hit in 20 of his last 24 games, and at least 1 RBI in 5 of his last 6 games. You can't beat that. Excellent form, seeing the ball really well. Favorable pitching matchup against Johnny Cueto today. I think all these guys get a hit, and I think we should be able to soar over this one. Plus 135 odds, not a bad way to double your money today as our second best bet of the day. For my third and final best bet of the day, you guys know I'm going to Nerfy Nation. Ever since I dropped that YouTube video on Sunday about how to find Nerfies, I feel like I got to put out more Nerfies this week. So make sure you guys check out that video, but also make sure you tail this Nerfy because I'm taking the Tigers and the Twins no run first inning, minus 115 odds on Bovada. And I really like both of these guys. Now, I will say this. Here's a little bonus Nerfy play for you. I do like the Nerfy and the Jays and Phillies matchup, but I think this is one of those Nerfies that are going to fly under the radar, and a lot of people aren't going to take this Nerfy because of these two teams. That Jays and Phillies one's a little bit more obvious, but these are two guys who have been really strong on Nerfies this year. Alex Fado for the Tigers, 7-1 on Nerfies, and after he lost his first Nerfy, he hasn't given up a run in the first inning since. I love to see that. And then also we've got Bailey Ober for the Twins. He's 13-6 on Nerfies. He did lose his last game in terms of a Nerfy and giving up a run in the first inning, but that was also because his defense gave up 2 errors in that matchup, and it was actually against these Tigers, believe it or not, a week ago. These two teams faced off, and his defense gave up 2 errors, so that's the only reason why he gave up 2 runs in the first inning there. So I like the fact that both of these pitchers have strong Nerfy numbers. Both of these offenses typically don't score a lot of runs in the first inning. The Twins are 73% Nerfy success rate. Tigers are 76% Nerfy success rate. They also haven't scored a run in 4 straight games. The Tigers haven't. So I love to see that. And I think these are 2 pitchers that we have a low total today, about 8.5. That should be able to stay under. Minus 115 odds for Nerfies. You can't beat that. So let's cash in as the Tigers and Twins as my third and final best bet of the day and our Nerfy of the day. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. Another video down, another day where we're trying to stack up another winner. We're trying to make it 5 winning days in a row. We were so close to a sweep last night. I'm feeling good about tonight, and I want to sweep the board again today. And if you have any picks and plays that you like, put them in the comment section below. I would love to hear about it. Or make sure you click on the link in our bio so you can join our free Telegram group where we're putting out winning plays every single day. And I will continue to put out more winners as we get ready for college football and NFL season. Let's get after it today, friends. Let's make some money, and I'll see y'all tomorrow as we'll come back and hopefully we'll celebrate another winning day and another day of making more money together. Dictate your fate, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later, guys.